Hello everyone, this is Manpreet from Acme Visa Solutions, and today I'll be letting you know the difference between a work permit and a permanent residency. So a work permit is an authorized temporary stay which allows temporary foreign workers to work in Canada with specific restrictions. There's different kinds of work permits, so I'll telling you the categories. So there's post-graduation work permit, there's a job offer based work permit, and there's a spousal open work permit that you can get. So post-graduation work permit is usually once you complete a post-secondary program or a post-grad program for minimum up to 2 years, then you will be eligible to apply for a 3 years of post-graduation work permit. However, the LMIA-based work permit, which is also called the job offer-based work permit, allows you to get a work authorization for up to the duration of your job offer. However, a spousal open work permit can be a spouse of a student or a spouse of a post-graduation work permit holder or a spouse of a skilled worker who has a job offer-based work permit. Whereas a permanent residency allows you to stay permanently in Canada, and usually the PR card is valid for up to 5 years, and then later you can apply for an extension, but make sure you meet the requirements and the eligibility criteria for your permanent residence. Let's move around to medical. So once you're on a work permit or you're a permanent resident, you get free medical in Canada. Yes, that's true. So you get free medical for yourself and your kids and your dependents. So however, for work permit, you get a limited stay. So that is usually for the validity of your work permit. After that, you have an option to apply for PR or to apply for a work permit extension, or you leave the country after your authorized stay. However, as told earlier, permanent residency cards are valid for 5 years and you are allowed to stay permanently in Canada for that amount of period of time, and later you can also be eligible to apply your citizenship if you meet the requirements. So you can be a Canadian passport holder after you meet the requirements of your citizenship. Let's move on to your dependents. So if you are on your work permit, you can sponsor your dependents, your kids and spouse on a spousal open work permit and kids on a study visa. But usually after 18 plus, the kids have to pay an international tuition cost. Whereas if you are a permanent resident, then your kids pay the domestic fee after they are 18 plus. So next, moving forward towards the paper. So work permit is a paper copy which is not used for traveling. So if you want to travel outside of Canada anywhere, you will need a separate TRV onto your passport in order to travel. Whereas talking about a permanent residency card, that is used to travel anywhere. So you do not need a separate card or TRV in order to travel once you're a permanent resident in Canada. But also you get the benefit to travel different countries if you are a PR of Canada. That is a very huge benefit which you do not get while you're on your work permit. So you can travel many countries, and one of the example is Mexico. You can travel without a visa. Now moving forward to sponsor your parents and grandparents to Canada. If you're on a work permit, then you can sponsor your parents and your any relatives on a visitor visa, but visitor visa are always 50-50 chances. However, if you're a permanent resident, you get an option to sponsor your parents or grandparents on a super visa, which is valid up to 5 years of stay, or you can also sponsor them for PR. So usually there's a parents and grandparents sponsorship program. So you can register their profile, and then under the lottery system, you can get the invitation to apply for their PR. So here are all the benefits of work permit, the perks, pros and cons of a work permit and PR. If you're interested, you can contact us for more information, and do not forget to follow us for more. Thank you.